It's right here on the glass. God.
Is there more than one?
He's all bundled up right now.
That's so cool. Why aren't this the mascot for the Kraken? Because this looks more like the Kraken.
Oh, here, it's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it, it's changing colors, they're fighting. Oh, look at the color change, holy crap.
Whoa.
Tell me you got all that.
I did. I mean, I didn't get them fighting, but like I got the color change and I'm pushing them out.
That guy's like, out of here, my holes. Look, he's coming down now. No, you're good, you're good. What you gotta do?
I don't know.
That guy's so big in there. I want him to come out.
I didn't even know that that was one. These are so cool. Can we have some of these?
Sure.
Like eggs along the
Oh.
So all these white things are egg cases, and they can hold hundreds to thousands of eggs. And
Holy
each of those are
cow.
white egg cases.
Those are eggs?
Wow, that's a lot of eggs.
So it originally started with this one snail, kind of hiding his eggs underneath the anemone there, and then the rest of the snails kind of came over and thought that that would be a good safe spot right next to
shimmery
it.
texture to it, and if it eats maybe like a sea anemone, it'll actually take the sea anemone's like shocking abilities or whatever, and
Yeah.
then it'll be able to shock its prey
What?
and eat stuff like that. Yeah, so it'll take on whatever it eats and sort of use it in the end of all its little frills.
That is really cool. you how your trip to the aquarium went today.
So you're recording me, is what you're saying?
Yes. There's nothing on your face, don't worry.
There was ketchup on my face. You're lying. There was stuff on my face.
Well, now there's stuff in your teeth.
Oh, well, thank you. It was a lot of fun. I was so excited to see the octopus, and I'll admit, when it was just on the glass and sleeping, I was a little disappointed. Then we saw the one inside, the day one. He was active and everything. It was so cool seeing him change color and all that. But when we came back, he was the big one, the giant one, which, god damn, that thing was big. But when he was all active and everything, I was so excited, like, got goosebumps and all that. Like, it was just so cool. And I just really had fun. It was so amazing.
So the octopus was your favorite part?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
what was your second favorite part?
All the rest was nice and cool and interesting. Pretty fish and coral, and reading some of the facts about them was nice. Watching the river otters play, like the seals and everything, and the sea otters. I don't know if they were actually having fun or not. Like, they did not seem, they were just doing the same kind of circle thing, and maybe a little sad for them almost. But then again, I don't know if they're actually sad or not. Maybe that's all they want to do. I don't really know much about them. But the river otters looked like they were having a lot of fun diving in and out of the water. Everything else, like, they were pretty cool too.
You're welcome. I'm glad that you really enjoyed it.
I did.
And I'm really glad that the octopus decided to wake up, at least momentarily, so that you can see him moving and stuff.
His arm span was like 10 feet. Like, when he actually stretched out just like one of his arms off to the side of himself, I just remember thinking, it just kept going. And it just kept going. And I was like, hey, that one arm was like the length of my body almost. Like, it was, whoa.
Yeah, that was, his head was as big as our head.
Oh, easy. Oh, more. His head was definitely like our head times 2 kind of thing. It was real big.
He said he would get to be between 90 and 160.
Right, and they said he was like, what, 60 pounds now? Or something like that? But I thought it was really cool that they only hang on to him long enough to let people see while they're not ready to be in the wild and reproduce. I mean, they're ready to be in the wild, of course. I mean, when they're not of an age where they can actually do that, but the moment they get there, they release them again. I'm always of mixed feelings about zoos and aquariums keeping the animals contained. I appreciate getting to see them in person and learn more about them and all that. But then I also feel bad because they're not in the wild doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know? So
Right.
knowing that they do a kind of a temporary, hey, check them out, we study them, take care of them. Like one of the river otters, they said that they actually rescued, or maybe one of the sea otters, I don't remember which one, but they when I was reading the plaque, it said that they rescued them from a net out there. And that they had been pretty badly injured, and that they had actually brought it in, it might have been to Defiant Point Park first, I think it said on the plaque, rehabilitated it, got it back to feeling healthy, and that it had been living in the aquarium since then. But they had actually like saved his life, and that they were worried that if they let it back out after being so used to humans, that it wouldn't actually be able to function in the wild anymore. But at the same time, if no one had done anything and just left it out there,
It would have died.
It would have died. So
Right.
I liked reading that. It seemed like that particular aquarium was very good about making sure it was a good environment for them and taking care of them and releasing them again. Like that octopus we saw is going to be back out in the Puget Sound pretty soon, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, soon. Like I didn't remember how old it said it was. I know that.
I think he was 2.
Was it 2 years old?
It's when they're 4, that's the end of their lifespan. So I
Right.
think he was 2, and then Ishka, I can't remember exactly what her name is. She's a baby.
Yeah, that's the one that they said is actually in a weird in-between place. Like they apparently have 2 holding areas for the for the octopus, and one of those are when they're babies, and one of them's for like the big guy that we saw, and that the smaller one's like in this in-between stage where they're not ready to put him with the big guy yet, but they don't want to leave him in the small one either. So apparently, just chilling in the back somewhere, I'm guessing, you know, until he grows a little more. Or I mean, I don't really know what the plan was, but
Yeah.
it was kind of odd. I was like, so where was it? Like, you weren't really clear on what did you do with him. He's not big enough for out here, but he's too big for back there, where like the other day octopus was. So
I wonder if it's not that it's not big enough. I wonder if it's like because the other octopus is so much bigger.
I was
that
wondering
they don't
about
put
that.
them together.
Because maybe like remember the salamanders? You were telling me that if one of them's much smaller than the other ones, they'll actually they'll eat it. I've never heard of that happening with an octopus, but then again, She was also saying they're not very social creatures. She said they generally tend to be alone in their predatory area. Maybe he would consider that a threat, having another one there. And if it was that much smaller, maybe it would be a danger to the smaller one.
I can see that.
It's sad that they don't live longer. I
know.
mean,
the day octopus was 1 year.
They lived for 12 months and that's it. Which that guy was so cool and so active, and he changed colors and everything else. It was almost, just because I've been around lots of different animals that at least lived for several years. Even like the biggest dogs, like the Great Danes, they live to be 6 or 7 at least. That little day octopus guy is only going to live for 1 year. It's like, wow, and they only reproduce once too. Like they are born, grow, do a little bit of hunting, reproduce, and that's it. They're done.
That's such
It's
a
like,
sad life for such an intelligent creature.
And I mean, I was joking with you at the aquarium about, oh, we should get one or whatever. I would like to, just because that would be really amazing to see them grow up and all, but I'd also be crushed when they passed away, you know? Like, I don't know if I could handle that part of it.
No, that would, no.